Hey y'all, this is Lynn Blackburn, and I wanted to do a quick introductory video about myself and about Scrivener before you arrive at Blue Ridge and get ready to take the practicum. The practicum is jam-packed every day, and this way we don't have to cover this stuff on that first Monday. So my name is Lynn Blackburn. I write romantic suspense, and I love Scrivener. I've written 4 of my 5 books on Scrivener. The first book I wrote in Word, and I have to tell you, it drove me crazy. Writing it was one thing, but when it came time to start doing editing and revisions, and I was having to move stuff around and cut and paste and scroll, so much scrolling, and it really drove me crazy. And that's when I was first introduced to Scrivener, and at the time I had a PC, and it was a nightmare because there was no Scrivener for PC. And I actually was a beta user of the very first version of Scrivener for PC. And then later on, when I got a Mac, I switched over to Scrivener for Mac. So I have used both the PC version and the Mac version to write full novels. And I am excited about sharing this with you and teaching you guys how to use Scrivener for yourself. However, I do have a couple of caveats for you. Scrivener is not for everyone, and here's my tough love for this video. You don't have to have Scrivener in order to be a successful author. Many authors are very happy with Word. They use Word, that's all they use, and they don't want to fool with Scrivener, and that is okay. Scrivener is a computer program. It's a very robust computer program. It is loaded with features and details and beautiful functionality. But if you are not already very comfortable with your computer, then Scrivener is not going to be for you. And I am not trying to be unkind when I say that. But you need to know where everything is on your computer. You need to know how to download things. You need to know how to upload things. You need to know how to maneuver and navigate your computer. I am not an expert on your computer. I can tell you how to use Scrivener, but that doesn't mean I know where everything is on your personal computer. So if you are not already very comfortable with your personal machine, whatever it is, whether it's a PC or a Mac, and if you are not very comfortable with Word, Microsoft Word, then Scrivener is probably not the best use of your time. And I say that for 2 main reasons. Number 1, this practicum, like I said earlier, it's packed, it's busy. We start on time, if not a little early, and we go till the very last minute, if not a little late, of all 3 of our sessions. And if you don't already have a very comfortable relationship with your computer, you're going to struggle to keep up. And that's not fair to you. I don't want that for you. You have chosen to give some of your very precious conference learning time to this course. And I think it's worth it. I think Scrivener is an awesome program. I cannot personally imagine writing without it. But if computers are not your thing and you are not comfortable already using Word, Scrivener is probably just not the best use of your time. It would be better for you to spend that time either taking a class on the writing craft or taking a class on Word, because Word is what you need. If you're going to be a traditionally published author, one of the things we're going to talk about in the Scrivener class is that you will eventually have to get your document out of Scrivener and guess what? Into Word. So I need you to just be honest with yourself and with your own abilities. I'm not trying to scare you off. I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm not saying that you have to be able to code your own website, because I can't do that either. But if you aren't comfortable with Word, that's sort of my baseline. If you aren't comfortable with Word and if you aren't comfortable with your personal computer, I would really like for you to consider the possibility that this might not be the best option for you. Okay, so with that said, moving on to just a couple more things. These classes are full. Both practicums, the Mac and the PC, are full. So regardless of whether you've listened to me and said, maybe this is not the best choice for me, or if when you start looking at that schedule, you decide, I want to take Scrivener, but there's a conflict with this class that I also want to take or that class that I want to take. Please know that signing up for this practicum, some of you signed up for this practicum months ago, like 6 months ago. It's not a contract. You can get out of it. There are people waiting who would be happy to take your space. And so I don't want this to be, there's no guilt here and there's no pressure. But if you do decide to pass on the class for this year, please let me know as soon as possible. Again, I will not hold it against you. It will not offend me in any way, but it will let me go ahead and let the people know who are on the waiting list and get them into the class. So as soon as you make that decision, if you make the decision not to take the class for any reason, please let me know so that I can free that spot up for someone else. The other thing is, because of the nature of this practicum, when you get to Blue Ridge, and if you've never been to Blue Ridge, the way this is going to work, on Sunday night after the general session, you're going to have an opportunity to go over to another room and sign up for 15-minute appointments with a host of faculty members. And when you are signing up for those appointments, please keep in mind the time frame for these classes. If you have an appointment, you're probably going to miss at least 30 minutes of the class if your appointment falls during our class time. By the time you get over there, settle, get back, please hear me. Appointments are super important. I highly recommend that you get as many appointments as you can while you're here. While you're at Blue Ridge. They're wonderful. They're important. They're good. Please do it. However, you are going to miss a huge chunk of class time if you have an appointment during the class. And I cannot catch you up. I just can't. There's too much material to cover. So I don't want that to add stress to your life, but I do want you to maybe make a note of which time, whether you're in the Mac class or the PC class, what the timing is, and when it's time for you to sign up for a class, for an appointment. If you can possibly avoid signing up for an appointment during our class time, please do that. And with that said, if you have signed up for a critique, you don't have any choice. You will get to Blue Ridge and you will find out what time your appointment is. And that's just the way it goes. And critiques are awesome and wonderful, and I applaud you for signing up for a critique. So if you've signed up for a critique and it happens to fall during our class time, please know I am in no way, shape, or form upset by that. Do let me know that you'll be sliding out and sliding back in. But if you have control over it, please try not to schedule during that time. Okay, there is an email attached with this video. It's a little long. Some of it covers what we just talked about. There's a couple of videos about Scrivener that I want you to watch. Please watch them. Please watch them. It's super important that you have the latest version, whether you have PC or the Mac. If you're a Mac user, yes, Mac 3.0 is required. Scrivener 3.0 is required for your Mac. Please do not come to Mac class with the old version, a 2 point anything of Scrivener, because you will not be able to follow along. The changes were pretty dramatic. So if you have a Mac, Scrivener 3.0 is required, whatever the latest of that is. And there's some directions in the email about making sure you have the latest version. So please make sure that you watch those videos. They're very short. One's maybe 2 minutes and one's 10 minutes. Make sure you have the latest version of Scrivener before class. We will not have time for you to download a program when class begins. Another thing to keep in mind is that there's a note at the bottom. There's a handful of questions, 3 or 4 questions that I would really appreciate it if you would answer and reply to me. And there's 2 reasons for this. 1, I really do want to know the answers to the questions. And 2, it lets me know for sure that everyone who has signed up for the class is actually communicating, that my emails aren't going into your spam folder, and that everyone's on the same page. Okay? If you have any questions about the homework, the download that I need you to download, all of that's in the email. Please don't hesitate to shoot me an email and tell me either something's not working or you're not following what we need to do. Other than that, I am really looking forward to seeing all of you on Monday. What is that? May 20th, I guess. I think our classroom is over in Spillman. I'm pretty sure it's in Spillman, which is back behind the main area where we're going to be for all of our general sessions. So I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see some of you. I know some of you personally, and some of you have never met before, and I can't wait to be able to say at the end that I've made 24 new friends. So I'm looking forward to it. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to call me, email me. You can call if you want. I might not answer, but you can call. And we will start right on time, if not a little bit early. So please get to class as soon as you possibly can on that Monday. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.